This is Tim Willis, and armed only with a copy of OBS and a built-in laptop microphone. This is another video of a Nomad Funnel Hacker. So I did a video a while back doing an overview of the Ahrefs website, which is a big player in the world of SEO, and there especially is keywords. And Ahrefs is a paid site. Look at the pricing real quick. It starts at $129 and goes up from there. But we're not going to be paying anything because they do give us a suite of free tools we can use to help with our writing and SEO searches. Granted, they're not as powerful as the paid tools, but they're still pretty good. And so we're going to be looking at some of those tools today, and we're going to be looking at the ones that specifically have to do with paragraphs and rewriting things. So let's go ahead and go to the resources section. When we see over to the right, we have a section called Free Tools. We're going to go to the AI Writing Tools. And we're not going to look at all the tools today. We're just going to look at some of them. First of all, let's do this. Let's go to ChatGPT. And in ChatGPT, we're just going to ask us to give us a paragraph of some sort. We will type in something. So this is going to be our test sentence or our test prompt. How do I write a prompt using AI that will not be detected or perceived as being AI generated text? We'll go ahead and see what it gives us. So we'll just take this example prompt here. That will be good enough. We just need something to feed into the tools. So we will copy that. And take off the quotes off the end and then copy it again. And go back to Ahrefs. So in Ahrefs, we are going to go ahead and go to our paragraph generator. I also want to grab as well our original input. So we've got two samples here. Let's go to Ahrefs and we will start to look at some of these generators. Of course, the first question that's going to come to mind is why not just use ChatGPT? Because ChatGPT, as good as it is, operates on a particular algorithm. And no matter how well you write a prompt, it's always going to be banging against that algorithm. That's why I would always use two different AI chat programs, even when I'm writing something simple like, say, a YouTube description for a video. Most of the time, use ChatGPT and Claude 2, although sometimes I'll switch it up and use something else like Perplexity. And I do find that a certain section of that type of writing, I prefer some of the text from Claude 2, but I mix it in with the text from ChatGPT. And again, Ahrefs is a big player, and these tools are going to be operating on a different kind of algorithm. They may be hooking into ChatGPT or some other AI, but because Ahrefs is such a big player in the SEO world and in the research on keywords, they probably also have some of their own AI algorithms in these tools. Being from Ahrefs, we can be sure that these tools are fairly decent. And a lot of these are going to seem similar, and that's fine. The main thing is we just want to get options of putting something in, whether it's textually written or something that's been produced by another AI program, and basically spinning it to get a different version of it. We're going to start with the paragraph generator. And we are going to use our single sentence. Now, from the beginning, you have some choices. You can choose to format this as paragraph or bullet points. You can choose to number paragraphs. You can make them concise or detailed. You also have the writing tone, and they have a whole lot of choices on that. We're just going to stick with the default settings of formal, paragraph, and let's go ahead and make it 3 paragraphs. And then we're going to generate the copy. Of course, you will have to prove a human file flare. So here we see it gave us 3 different paragraphs, and each one of those paragraphs is written differently. And so we could pick the one we like best, or we could choose to mix and match between them. It's going to be your choice. Now, if we wanted to, we could also generate bullet points. Let's make that 5 bullet points and generate copy. And see there, it gave us 5 bullet points. Let's switch back to paragraph. Let's make it 1 paragraph now. This time, we'll go ahead and do another one under concise. And let's see if it, on that first one, where it matches the other one. No, it actually gave us something different. And then let's go ahead and choose detail this time. Okay, and it gave us 127 words versus 107 words. Now, it's not a whole lot more word, but it did make a longer paragraph. And then let's go ahead and go back to concise. And if we were to choose, let's say, casual instead and generate the copy, you see it gives us a much shorter paragraph. Let's go back to formal. Now, as well, you, of course, copy this using the copy symbol. You can actually click on modify, and you can rephrase, expand, shorten, or translate. And they give you a bunch of different languages. Let's just go ahead and hit rephrase. We need to verify we're human. So it rewrote it a different way. How about if we modify and say expand? We get a much longer set of text, and this actually gives us multiple paragraphs. Looks like it gave us about 4. So I think you get the idea on the free AI paragraph generator. Let's go ahead and go back. Now we have a similar tool called Paragraph Rewriter. As opposed to the paragraph generator, we generate from a single sentence. The paragraph rewriter is going to take a paragraph and rewrite it. It's almost the same thing, but not quite. So let's go ahead and take our text. And we'll have it do 3 variants. And that kind of seemed to give us some unrelated kind of things. Well, we do have it mentioned about a Facebook post about the bank account, so it is related. But you see there's kind of shortish paragraphs. Of course, you can use your modify to rephrase, expand, shorten, or translate that. And again, you can copy it. Not as many options here. You can click on edit structure and do bullet points, or you can choose the number of paragraphs you want to write. But basically, it just takes a paragraph and rewords it. It's kind of a little simpler tool than the paragraph generator. And then we have the paraphrasing tool. And again, we will use our paragraph here. We'll have it do 3 variants. And again, we're getting similar results to some of the other tools. And again, we have the edit structure where you can have more choices as well as our modified choices as well. And then we have our rewording tool, which is more aligned to sentences from what they describe it as. So we'll just put our sentence in here. We will choose 3 variants and click on the reword button. And then we have that sentence reworded. And once again, you can use the edit structure for more choices, and you can also have your modify options. And then we have a sentence rewriter tool, and this is the last tool we're going to cover today. And basically, it's kind of similar to what we just did. And I have a feeling these are all kind of probably feeding off the same basic AI algorithm. But you may get different results depending on using one tool over another. So we had 1 variant there. We could choose 3 or 5. Again, we can edit the structure and do paragraphs, bullet points, have more choices, or we can modify. So that is some of the tools that we have available for free in Ahrefs. Now, I just stuck with these 1, 2, 3, 5 today because they seem to be all related to rewriting text. I'm going to do some more videos on some of these other tools at some other time. But there's so many tools here, it would be a very long video if I covered them all. And I think we got the gist on our paragraph generator, paragraph rewriter, paraphrasing tool, rewording tool, and sentence rewriter tool that we can use free at the Ahrefs website. So that's really going to be it for right now. I'll leave a link to the Ahrefs website in the description. So my name is Tim Willis. I'm a certified click-on funnel builder. I make tutorial and demonstration videos on funnel building, web page design, and all the tools that we use that go along with all the above. That's the video for now. I'll talk to you later.